Orcs! Lots of orcs!
Hot damn, Doran.
We're being attacked!
Soldier time.
Blow some fucking orc up energy.
Kraloth, you okay back there?
I think I got a health potion on me.
Don't worry, Chaos Hammer. I got your back.
Don't quit. We need you.
Nergrel, you need some healing.
Fireball.
And I split its skull straight in half.
Giving you the real name here, Orc Splitter.
Orc Splitter's like, ha ha, yeah, fuck yeah! Welcome back to Dice Shame. This is episode 71, Rise to the Bait.
MVP this week is Kendra Izzy M for leaving us a wonderful review on Apple Podcasts. If you're enjoying the show, consider doing the same.
We're extremely proud to announce that this Valentine's Day, we surpassed 50,000 downloads of Dice Shame episodes. The fact hasn't fully sunken in for us yet, but we can't believe how many of you love our silly little show. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts for listening and joining us on social media.
Speaking of which, InvictusCon is back for a second year. Join us March 26th to 28th for this entirely free 100% digital gaming convention, featuring community-run RPGs, informative panels, public gaming servers, Artists Alley, social events, and more. If you want to run an RPG during the convention, deadline for event submission is this Sunday. Check out our website or social media for all the details. www.diceshamepodcast.com.
All right, should we do this?
Let's get into it.
Everyone roll for initiative.
Ba, 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 ba.
Fred, what'd you get?
14.
Jack?
19.
Kraloth?
4.
Doran?
16. I'm rolling with my new Little Dragon Corp die.
Hey!
Which I love, by the way. Thank you.
Hey.
Yeah, they're gorgeous.
Little Dragon Corp, I wonder, can you pray for me?
Oh, they're really nice, too.
Lovely colors.
Yeah, I can't wait to use mine.
So I'm imagining that the four of you are just a little bit north of the berm and trench, sort of on the road where you're making your campfire together. Mm-hmm. You know, maybe 30 or 40 feet from this keep area. Mm-hmm. And Doran, as you hear this warning horn, you feel something that I don't think you've ever felt before, which is Orc Splitter becoming activated. She starts almost panting.
Orcs! There's orcs! All around!
Wow.
And as they get to within 120 feet of you, Doran, you become aware of them somehow. You don't know their immediate location, but you can tell they're closing in from all directions except for the direct south.
They're coming in from all of the north, east, north, and the west.
These orcs emerge from behind pumped up hovels out of the gathering gloom of twilight, and they just start running at you.
Orcs! Lots of orcs!
Kraloth, Red, Jack, as you stand around your campfire enjoying your stew, you see these dark shapes far away at first and then running lightning fast. Most of them move 90 feet right up to you, and some of them get within slashing distance. You can see them. Tusks, battered armor, wicked-looking weapons, and bloodthirsty eyes. Two of them climb up on top of the smithy to the west and just start hacking at the two dwarves that were standing up there. A couple more you can hear to the east. Steel meeting steel. There must be battle somewhere else. Kraloth, two of them throw javelins at you with a 14.
Miss.
And a 9.
Misses as well.
So two javelins just clatter off your shield. Clang, clang, and just fall to the ground, but they move in.
They're coming in hot.
One of them standing right beside you, Kraloth and Jack. Another one standing beside you, Doran and Red. What do you do? Jack, it's your turn.
Jack sees these orcs running at us. He's got Red on one side and Doran on the other, and there's like this wave of 5 of them coming from the west, and Jack holds out the Spellguard sphere, which is now wrapped in chains and has the holy symbols of Lathander and the tags of the Knights of the Eternal Order on it, and just from that blossoms this huge explosion of fire that sort of catches this wave coming from the western front, and he sort of turns to Doran. You got these ones?
Do I?
There's one right in front of me that I ignored, and I'm hoping it's because orc
Oh.
splitters. I'm standing beside them, and I'm fearless right now because orc
Of
splitters
course.
fooling me with like blow some fucking orc up energy.
Of course, Jack.
You're looking for 15.
2 saves.
So 32 for the fails and 16 for the saves.
Great. They all die.
Oh, wow.
Explosion of flames from the western front. Take a little pressure off, Kraloth.
Much better.
The flames just lick at Kraloth's side, and then as they subside, there are just 5 charred corpses smoldering on the ground.
Nice.
Also, the building that was just to your west, that's gone now.
The one with the children in it?
Kieran, do you want to do a fly around? Just make sure we've got a good count on all of them.
Sure, boss. They take to the air and fly around. Looks like there's some attacking to the east. And roll perception for them.
I would love to. 23 perception from Kieran, who's flying around.
Kieran also sees 2 giants on the approach that you don't see yet.
Oh, where? What kind of giants?
There's a hill giant to the north, and there's a hill giant to the northeast. And they're about 100 feet out.
2 giants! And I'll shout the directions to him.
Right.
Doran, it's your turn. You have a orc breathing down your neck. You are flanked by your friends Kraloth and Jack.
Well,
And this fireball erupts beside you. What do you do?
so I'll attack the one that's right up next to Red and in front of Jack.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just kind of to your right and ahead of you, not directly in front of you. Yep.
So that's like a 28 to hit.
I should say so.
And then an 18 damage.
Ooh.
Great. You kill it immediately.
Nice.
You just hack it. I imagine your axe just cleaves right through kind of its trapezoid muscle, through its rib cage, and then exits out. Part of its lung just like bleh, attached to your axe.
Hot damn, Doran.
It's almost caught on the axe, his lung. So I like pull the axe out and like his lung comes out with it.
Ugh. Oh,
Big hunk of lung.
hot damn, Doran.
And then I attack the one that's directly in front of me
Yep.
with a 19 to hit,
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yes, that hits.
Nice.
doing 10.
Yeah, you deal a massive, grievous injury to the orc directly in front of you.
I take a good chunk of his thigh out.
Yeah, Doran, you turn into this whirlwind of an axe, and you can hear above the melee Orc Splitter just cackling in glee.
We'll butcher them right here in front of us, Orc Splitter.
Can I just look back and see where Captain Nurgle was?
Yeah, Captain Nurgle is to your right, to the east, maybe about 30 feet.
Look at me, Dad.
Whether he sees them or not, Doran hollers out that there are giants approaching from the east and the north.
Okay, Red, it's your turn. What do you do?
Red turns to Doran. Thanks, Doran, for killing the one in front of me. And this orc just dies in front of him. Red is going to use his feline agility to move 90 feet backwards to the south and try to get on the roof where those prisoners were.
Prisoners, they're volunteers.
Well,
The bait.
they look pretty tied up to me.
They're not tied up, but they are being guarded.
They're volunteer bait.
And as I climb up, do they look scared? I mean, what's their vibe?
They're unarmed and they are looking a little bit panicked. One of them turns to the other one and is like, "It's okay. The wizard made a wall. We'll be safe, right? We'll be safe. This is part of the plan."
Don't worry, I got this bastard. And Red pulls out his bow, and I'm going to aim for one of the giants to the north. You said they're about 100 feet away?
Yeah, about that.
I'll focus down the giants. You deal with the orcs. And I'll attack the one to the north. I'm going to use this with my sharpshooter penalty. That was a natural 1
Oh, come on.
and a natural 20.
Thank goodness.
No
Wow.
joke. And the natural 20 was on the red die.
Nice.
Hummingbird dice. Fucking awesome. So I'm going to roll double my damage.
It's phenomenal.
It rolled a 7 when I did my initiative. I think it's rolling really well. 42 damage.
Wow.
And Red looks over his shoulder to Chaos Hammer.
He's actually down below you about 40 feet away,
Oh, cool.
directly between you and the giant. So this arrow sails over his head
Well over his head.
and he's watching.
What does the first hit do on the giant? Because that's a massive hit.
You tell me.
The arrow whoops into his chest, and you hear the hill giant bellow out.
Even from this distance, you hear a meaty thump as the arrow connects.
And I'm going to attack again.
Nice.
also with sharpshooter penalty.
Got this.
An 11 and the natural 20
No fucking
on the
way.
other die, the one that rolled a 1.
The little dragon corpse die?
The little dragon
That always
corp
happens
die.
to you.
Ladies and
Incredible.
gentlemen,
Red-handed Robin.
Check the balance.
24 damage.
Not bad. Second arrow lands very close to the first arrow.
It drives it in further.
Huh.
It like perfectly hits the tail of the first one. They both go into the same hole.
Fucking A.
But he's still standing. Chaos Hammer acts now in the initiative. He sort of turns in a full circle and he says, Knights of the Mithril Shield, now is your time. And then Joe shreds her voice to add a +2. So yeah, every knight or any friendly PC within 30 feet of Chaos Hammer is going to get a bonus to their saves and attack rolls for a minute.
Nice.
Yeah, so he calls on them and on their bravery and instills leadership qualities. Doran.
Huh? He has a mechanic for it, Doran.
It is at this time, Jack, that Kieran informs you that there are 2 more giants apart from the ones that they saw.
Ooh.
2 more giants coming from the west. Red, you got eyes on them?
Of course I do.
What?
He's 50 feet away from Jack, and Jack didn't see him before Kieran did. I don't see a giant. It's like 50 feet away. Whoa! It's like,
Don't worry about the orcs around us. I'll focus on them.
Kraloth, as one of these giants starts running at you from the periphery of the village, it picks up a giant chunk of rock and throws it at you. That's 26 to hit you,
That'll hit.
25 bludgeoning damage.
Oh.
oh, wow.
That's why you shouldn't roll a 4 on your initiative.
Another giant, the one that's approaching from the north that Red had plugged with some arrows, throws a rock at Captain Chaos Hammer. Ooh, natural 1.
Oh,
Hey.
nice. Does he do the thing that squishy-faced orc in Lord of the Rings does, where it's coming, and the last minute he just steps aside?
Absolutely. He does exactly that. And then he spits on the rock. And the easternmost giant picks up a rock and throws it squarely at one of the knights that's standing on the hilltop being attacked by an orc already. His attention is divided and hits. Deals 21 damage.
Oh, boy.
And the final giant launches a boulder up and over the wall at the knight just to your left, Red, that's standing on the top of the keep with you.
Holy crap.
That's going to miss. But the boulder collides with the side of the keep and just rumbles. The whole building is not terribly stable, and it feels like a couple more attacks like that could have it in rubble at your feet. Kraloth, what do? You just get slammed with this boulder.
I turn to Dora and I say, "Ugh, we gotta take out these giants. Let the dwarves handle the orcs." And Kraloth swings his mace at the orc that's right in front of him. Oh, with a 10.
Oh, come
Yeah,
on.
that misses.
And then he's going to cast Sanctuary on himself. Then he's going to move away.
Okay, it's going to take an attack of opportunity against you.
Okay, roll a wisdom save.
12.
That's a fail. So Kraloth is going to run back behind this grass-covered dwellings just to give himself a bit of space because he took a lot of damage just there.
Great. So you take some cover behind one of these hovels. It's the dwarves' turns. So they're all kind of rallying around their leader, Captain Nurgle Chaos Hammer. 2 of the northernmost dwarves, the ones that are atop one of these grass hovels, load their heavy crossbows with bolts and fire at the giant that Red had hit, the one that's the northernmost giant. Unfortunately, they both miss their attacks.
Damn.
Yeah, unfortunate indeed. There's a dwarf that's standing at the base of the keep on the road, and it's going to just run up to one of the orcs that is it's like 10 feet away from Jack. And this dwarf is just going to pull out his great axe and slash at the orc. He takes a hefty chop at it, easily hitting him. Deals 9 slashing damage to.
Beautiful.
Another knight closes in, moves to the northeast, kneels within this boon that Chaos Hammer had created, loads a bolt into the crossbow and fires it at one of the orcs who's just running at him in the darkness.
We're being attacked.
Zug zug.
Zog zog.
What you want to keep?
Dabu. And misses. They're not great with crossbows.
I'll swing the hammer at you.
To the east, there are 2 knights who are fighting these orcs. One of them's taken quite a bit of damage, but fights bravely on. They both wield their great axes. And both of them hit. Another 9 points of damage to one of these orcs. And then to the west, the other 2 knights that are atop this building that have 2 orcs nearby, they're each going to swing their battle axes, and they both miss.
Damn it.
Kraloth, you had run past a dwarf who was also crouching at the base of this hillock. And as you take cover, you see him run and take your place beside Doran. He swings his axe at this orc. Oh, yeah, hits him easily.
Fuck yeah.
And dispatches him.
Nice.
Nice.
Well done.
Excellent.
So Doran chops him, and the other dwarf takes him down. And then he turns to you, Doran, and just grins wildly through bloodied teeth. The final 2 dwarves that have not yet acted are the ones on either side of Red atop the keep. So the last 2 guys are standing next to you, Red, and they're going to fire down at the hill giants, unfortunately with disadvantage.
Can I jump in and tell them? Can I take charge and be like, no, hit for those or something like that?
Yeah, of course.
No, fire at those orcs. They're getting flooded on your friends. And I point to the west.
You watch as these knights start to load bolts into their crossbows to fire at the giants, and then roll persuasion.
Happily. I mean, can I roll with advantage because they just saw me hit a giant for half its health?
Sure.
Feel like if an archer comes up and is better at archery, 22.
Cool.
Because I feel like if they free up those dwarves, then
Yeah.
more dwarves can
Oh,
attack
absolutely.
the giant.
Unfortunately, both of those bolts, they swing their crossbows to fire at the orcs that are attacking their brethren to the west. But both of the bolts fly wide. Top of the round. So in the first round of battle, we see all of these orcs come from literal nowhere, just popping up out of the ground. We see all these hordes of orcs, just tides of creatures, charging in from all directions to attack the town of Jalanthar. A couple of them try to attack you, Kraloth, with javelins, but they're rebuffed. Then Jack blows up 5 of them handily with a fireball. Doran cleaves one, knave to chops. Then Red climbs a building, does some serious damage to a giant. Chaos Hammer rallies his troops who attack the orcs largely, and then the giants start to come in, throwing boulders. It's the orcs' turns again. It's top of the round. So there are 2 orcs that are on the ground running in the west. One of them gets all the way up to the knight that joined you, Doran. The second one comes in and flanks that same knight. And then both of them attack this dwarf with their great axes as you stand idly by, Doran.
Idly.
Natural one.
Hey.
Nice.
And 19, which will hit. So it deals 5 slashing damage. The 2 orcs that are fighting with the 2 knights on top of the building to the west attack with their great axes. 1 hit and 1 misses. The one that hits deals 12 damage.
Oof.
Yikes.
One of the orcs gets all the way up to Captain Chaos Hammer, and its companion orc running alongside it attacks a nearby knight, both of them swinging their great axe. And at this time, Captain Chaos Hammer just starts laughing loudly in the heat of battle.
Nice.
Both of them hit. Chaos Hammer takes 12 points of damage, and his fellow Knight of the Mithril Shield takes 13 damage. Wonderful. The final 2 orcs that are remaining on the map are the ones standing on the hovel to the east. They attack the knights that are defending in that position. 1 hits for 7 damage.
Hmm.
Jack, it's your turn. The chaos of battle has truly erupted.
Yeah, hearing Chaos Hammer, shout, trying to be a beacon of light, there's something that changes inside of Jack. He wants to sort of impress the dwarves and sort of show them that the Nightstone Four are a force to be reckoned with. He pulls out this Spellguard sphere wrapped in these chains, and it starts to glow. And as it glows, Jack starts to glow, and the sphere and Jack merge into one. And Jack grows 3 sizes that day until he is a giant glowing beacon of Lathander's holy light shaped out of crystal in the form of a man, towering tall. He picks up the 2 orcs that Doran had felled behind him and shakes them in the air with big fists ready to launch them at giants at the first opportunity, and starts maybe lumbering in that direction, bellowing out.
Cool.
I love that.
Awesome.
What spell are you using?
I've polymorphed myself into a giant ape that just glows like Lathander.
Awesome.
Great.
Awesome.
My HP is now 157.
Fucking A. All right.
157.
You want to pick up these orcs?
The orcs that Doran killed.
Oh, yeah. You can totally pick up some gore. Gork.
Well, my intention was to throw them like rocks next turn, but
Yeah, you can pick those up for sure.
cool.
Except for the one that slashed Knave to chin.
Well, that's half an orc.
Falling apart.
It's like throwing a split hot dog at somebody. It's
Yes, exactly.
Great.
You know, when you throw split hot dogs.
Which we've all done.
yeah. I mean,
Jack, you become bigger than you've ever been before, and it feels great.
it's true.
You got hands full of oozing, bloody carcasses. Next up, Doran. You see this happen.
Doran then watches as these 2 orcs approach from the west, and they swing, and one of them attacks the dwarf that's standing next to me, and Jack grows 2 sizes too big. And then Doran wields his massive great axe, Orc Splitter, and brings it down upon the orc that's standing to the south of him. So
Perfect. Roll to hit.
that's going to be a 24 to hit.
Absolutely. How much damage?
Doing 11 points of damage.
Mhm.
And then same thing again. Same orc. Oh, shit. A 10 to hit?
You miss. Do you want to do anything else?
No.
All right. Red, it's your turn.
Red is going to continue plugging away at that giant. Does he look bloodied?
Roll perception.
With a 16.
He seems very injured, but not 1 foot in the grave quite yet.
So yeah, I'm going to attack him again. No, that's only going to be a 9.
You miss.
I will attack again.
The arrow ricochets off a piece of hide that he has on his loincloth. It's a gross word. Loincloth.
And that will be a 19 to hit.
Yes, you hit.
Groin cloth.
30 damage.
Nice.
I turn down to Kraloth, who's just 30 feet away from me, and I say, "Are we getting overwhelmed?"
Kraloth says, as he's got like his face is like smashed in a bit. Hard for me to say.
Well, I could summon the tree creatures that Turlag gave us.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember?
Right.
But that's a one-time use.
I may have been hit, but I think I'm the only one besides a few dwarves. I think we got this.
All right.
Nobody's gone down yet.
All right, buddy. And he sort of nods.
Doran kind of looks around and he sees, kind of what's going on. And now there's a disconnect between him and the other dwarves. And now he's back into this connection between you 3, and he looks at Kraloth and he says,
Kraloth, you okay back there?
I'm doing fine. I think I got a health potion on me.
Beautiful.
It's Captain Chaos Hammer's turn. He wields his warhammer and raises it high over his head. Ha 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 ha! Die, orc! Yep, that's a 19 to hit.
Nice.
13 bludgeoning damage. So he crashes this warhammer into the orc's rib cage, and the orc just staggers back a little bit, clutching at his side. And Chaos Hammer advances a step and swings again, merciless. I said, die! Hits again. Oh yeah, just knocks this orc's head right off with his second attack.
nice.
Kills it. And then he advances on the orc next to him, attacking one of his brethren. You too! Laughing all the while.
Cool.
What you gonna do?
He rolled kind of...
Slice and dice.
That is exactly a hit.
Nice.
Oh,
Heck yeah.
beautiful.
10 damage. Captain Nurgle Chaos Hammer single-handedly murders this orc in 2 hits and then advances to the east and helps out his friend. Next up, the hill giant's turns. So there are 4 hill giants on the outsides of town. One is kind of like at a 12 o'clock. There's a 2 o'clock, a 7 o'clock, and a 10 o'clock giant. One advances 40 feet towards Jack, picks up another boulder, and throws it straight at him.
Let's do it.
Oh my god.
25 to hit you, Jack.
That will hit me. Yeah.
20 bludgeoning damage.
Ow.
Ouch.
Make a concentration check.
22.
All right, you're fine.
Yep.
Next, another hill giant moves up from the southwest
Oh my god.
until it's adjacent to the building, atop which there are 2 knights battling 2 orcs. He
Right.
picks up a rock in his hand and just smashes it down at one of these knights. No, he just misses. It's too close.
Nice.
Good.
The knight just ducks and the rock rolls almost right off of his back
Oof.
and shatters into pieces on the other side of the building. Then
Beautiful.
the hill giant that Red has been steadily attacking advances on where Chaos Hammer and his knight are standing. The giant picks up a boulder and throws it at Captain Chaos Hammer. That's going to hit with a 27,
Oh my god.
25 damage.
Damn.
And it takes him straight in the chest.
Oh my gosh.
The final hill giant advances towards the city. It's the one that's the farthest east. It seems to be looking at you, Red. It picks up a boulder and throws.
Ruh-roh.
14 to hit you.
It misses.
It misses you. Again, shaking the foundations of this keep. It looks like maybe the building will survive one more hit before it crumbles. Kraloth, it's your turn.
Kraloth is going to cast Spirit Guardians on himself as a level 4.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's going to run forward in between so that all of these orcs on their turn are going to potentially take some damage.
Nice.
Heck yeah.
Good call. Yeah, because you can select which creatures not to target, right?
Nice.
Exactly.
Kraloth, you cast Spirit Guardian on yourself, and you are surrounded by spirits that protect you. Their spectral form surrounds you and protects you.
Yeah. They're my old unit, and they're like wisps, shadows of light maybe. They like wisp in, and every now and then, they mostly just look like wisps, but every now and then you can see a face, and they duck into the ground, and sometimes they'll come out of another person and just swipe at the enemies surrounding them.
Cool. So it's the dwarfs' turns. The 2 that are on the rooftop are going to disengage, and they hop down and retreat slightly in a tactical formation, as do the dwarves that are on the rooftop to the west. So they disengage from the orcs that were fighting them and move back slightly. The 2 that are to the west take cover behind this wall that was built by Jack to gain some assistance to get a reprieve from the giant that is attacking them.
Fuck yeah.
The one that is on the wall to the south, seeing that there are no more opponents advancing from the south, is going to hop down and dash to try to make it somewhere useful, and is going to take cover then behind this hovel just outside of the wall that Jack built.
The wall that Jack built.
There's one knight that is standing shoulder to shoulder with Captain Chaos Hammer, and he takes a swing with his battle axe at the orc that they share between them and misses, unfortunately.
Ugh.
The 2 that are standing atop the hovel on which the hill giant that Red was hitting is approaching. So many modifiers. They both fucking beef it with their crossbows.
Come on now.
Yeah, not crossbow boys. There are 2 knights that are standing amidst Kraloth and Doran, surrounded by orcs. The one to the east is going to attack. He hits with... kills him exactly. 6 damage.
Nice.
Hey!
The knight beside Doran, who is fending off 2 orcs almost single-handedly.
Almost.
Almost, so not single-handedly at all. The opposite.
I'm standing there.
11 kills that orc. Squick.
Excellent.
So there's 1 orc remaining between the 4 of you allies. 2
Nice.
knights, Kraloth and Doran.
Yes.
It's the orcs' turns. This orc that is standing in the midst of these spectral allies needs to make a wisdom save. Rolls a 6.
And it fails and is going to take 15 damage.
Oh, that's a good number.
Kills him.
Splat!
Yeah.
Nice.
So your spectral allies just phasing in and out of existence attack him, slicing him over and over 4 times with their broadswords. And your allies take him to the ground.
Yes.
One stands over him, just these wisps of spectral energy, and just drives its sword directly into the felled orc's throat and then vanishes.
Good job.
Nice.
Booyah.
There is 1 orc that is menacing Captain Chaos Hammer. It, breathing heavily through bloodied tusks, swings his great axe at him. That hits with a 24. 13 slashing damage. Leaves a heavy wound in Chaos Hammer's bicep, who fights on. 2 more orcs gleefully jump down, these are the ones in the east, and pursue the Knights of the Mithril Shield, who are tactically retreating, attacking them now on the ground. 1 misses as it stumbles, falling heavily off of this mound, and the other one misses. Both of them sort of collapse in a heap. And the final 2 orcs, again, are chasing these knights down around the corner of...
The wall that Jack built.
Around the corner of the wall that Jack built. TM. Both of them missing.
Hey.
See? Tactical retreat. This is what I'm
Nice.
saying. Okay, excellent. Jack,
No, they're luring them to where
they're
they want.
luring them. Jack, it's your turn. What do you do?
Jack howls this wonderful chorus of voices out of his throat and tosses the 2 dead orc bodies from his fists onto the ground and approaches the giant just west of him, throwing these heavy crystal glowing fists at him. And I'm going to use inspiration because I want to mess this guy up.
Fuck yeah.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. Do it, Jack.
Hey-oh, that's a 20. Holy balls. There's some math involved here. So
Holy balls, there is.
51 damage as these 2 beautiful crystal fists glowing with radiant light land one after the other, bashing this thing in the face.
Nice.
Nice.
That's just the first fist. So you
Wow.
take this, you hit this giant square in the face, and its nose begins to just pour with blood.
27
Oh, yeah, that hits.
for another 23 damage with the second fist.
Perfect.
Nice.
Holy
And you had to move up in melee.
I did have to move 5 feet, so I'm 10 feet away from this thing.
Okay, that happens. Jack starts to fist fight with a hill giant. It's great. Doran, what do you do?
Doran's like, been there.
Actually, been there is right. Doran's going there, and if Jack gets hit, it's going to be difficult to.
I mean, as
keep
far
that.
as this spell goes, for the damage I've done and the hit points I've absorbed, I got a 4th level spell worth
already
of this,
worth
right?
it.
Like there's, I don't feel bad. I've 820 hit points that are free, and I've done 70 damage. That's a 4th level spell. Great, I'm happy.
You're great. Oh, yeah. It's already earned its keep.
So anything beyond this point where I get to eat 1 more hit and lose it, or we're paying for itself.
Talking about Jack like he's a used car.
Slaps roof. This baby can kill so many giants.
All right,
the
Doran, you
tires.
run over to Jack where he's fighting this giant.
You know what? I'm actually not going to. I take that back. I'm not going to join Jack. I'm going to come up behind these orcs that were running kind of south in towards the keep, and I'm going to intercept
Yeah.
the giant that's kind of coming around the corner
Ooh,
of this
cool.
building and
Do it, Doran.
around this.
I like that.
This wall.
Doran, it's your time.
Wait to
That song gets stuck in my head way more than I like
Me
to
too.
admit.
Me too.
It's a good song.
That's where I'm going to move, and then I'm going to use my action surge.
Fuck yeah, you do.
Yeah, you
You
do.
dash and you attack twice.
Grr.
Soldier time.
15 to hit.
Perfect. How much
Oh,
damage?
doing full damage.
Nice.
18 damage to the first
Fuck
orc.
yeah. You kill that orc.
Yeah.
You want to move up and attack the next one?
Yeah.
So you fell the orc in front of you, and then you take a 5-foot step on top of its corpse and you tack the one that's
And I
right
kind of
beside it.
Yeah, I fell the orc and I step on top of its body and using a bit of a leap, I come down on the second orc with a 24 to hit,
Yes.
Nice.
doing 16 damage.
Fuck, you kill that other orc too, Doran.
And I split its skull straight in half.
Giving
And
you the real
orc-
name here, Orc Splitter.
Orc Splitter's like, ha ha, yeah, fuck yeah!
So happy. Good
Just
turn.
Bathed in
shit.
blood.
Nicely done, Doran.
The two
Yeah.
the two knights of the mithril shield that you protected turn to you and they give a rousing cry. "Ah! Ah!"
And Doran doesn't think much of it. He just hollers back.
Awesome. All right, Red, what do? You see Doran just fucking clean house over here.
Yeah, buddy! Red hops down from the roof, and I'm going to run about 25 feet forward using half my movement, or rather, one of my movements. And then I'm going to cast Fairy Fire on the giant to the north that I have been trying to hit.
So you climb down from the keep and then scramble up on top of the roof of this nearby house to get just a little closer.
Correct,
Love it.
because it's 60 feet away. And I'm going to cast Fairy Fire, and he is going to need to save against a DC of 12 for dexterity.
Dex save. Let's see. They're not the most dexterous sons
Let's
of
hope.
bitches. That's a 12.
All right. Oh, whatever. And then Red is going to finish his move, and I'm going to pull back to just beside the wall that Jack built.
So you scramble back down off of the hovel and take shelter in the shadow of the wall.
Just a little bit. That's my full feline agility,
Perfect.
which reset because I didn't move the other turn.
Yep.
And then with my left flank covered completely by this wall, I will have full cover from the approaching giant to the east. And I'm going to attack one more time at this giant to the north.
Cool. The one that's coming up on Chaos Hammer.
Yeah.
14 to hit.
Yep.
Nice. 23 damage.
Wonderful.
All right.
And I will attack again. 15 to hit.
You hit him.
23 damage.
And as Captain Chaos Hammer takes a step towards the giant with this golden warhammer in his hands just to meet this giant head on, this arrow sings over his shoulder and just guts the giant in front of him. And the giant like takes a knee and then falls heavily on his face right in front of the captain.
Don't worry, Chaos Hammer. I got your back.
Chaos Hammer turns around, lifts his hammer, and goes, "Ah!" And then
Nice.
spins and attacks the orc right beside him.
We got this.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Way kills him.
So far.
Turns, looks in both directions for his next target, sees the giant approaching from the east, and runs
Nice.
to meet him. Doesn't really have a lot of movement to play with as he's a dwarf, but he's going for it anyway.
Good.
All right, it's the hill giant's turn. Luckily, you already killed one of them. The one beside you, Jack, picks up his great club and tries to hit you twice.
Cool.
Misses. Hits you with 17.
A 17 will hit.
21 bludgeoning damage. Roll your con save.
I rolled a 14 plus 4 is 18.
Yeah, you're fine.
Beautiful.
So, Kraloth's turn.
So Kraloth is going to run forward, and he's going to use a spell called Command.
Ooh.
Speak a one-word command to a creature you can see within range. The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or follow the command on its next turn. And I'm going to use Halt. The target doesn't move and takes no actions. So, Kraloth runs forward, gets within range of this giant that's close to Nurgril, and he's going to shout, "Halt!" as his spirit guardians wisp around him. And the giant has to do a wisdom save.
All right. Here we go, guys.
Let's do it.
Kill the giant.
2.
2!
Nice.
All right, so it will not take any actions on its next turn.
Okay. Noted.
Cool.
Nice.
So these dwarves act now. The ones that Doran protected are emboldened by him, and they round the corner back to where this giant is, and they just start swinging at him.
Perfect. That was going to be my suggestion to them anyways. So.
Cool.
Way to go, Doran. You lead those dwarves.
Hit once between the two of them and deal pretty good. 14 slashing damage.
Nice.
Can Red turn to the two that are on the roof that he already told to fire?
Yep.
And can he yell and be like, "Get down there and help your captain!" And I point to the one that is attacking Nurgril.
So both of them nod at you at your suggestion, and they hop down from the keep and close distance between them. The one that was sharing fighting the orc between him and Captain Chaos Hammer interposes himself between the hill giant and Chaos Hammer to defend his captain and attacks. Wow, maximum damage.
Nice.
Deals 15 slashing damage at this
Nice.
giant.
Not bad.
All right.
There are two more just north of Kraloth that hop down from their perch and do the same thing at Red's urging. So these dwarves now are just swarming the hill giant. So they dash over and make a ring around him, essentially.
Nice. Ring around the giant.
All of the dwarves just close on it. Two dwarves run through your legs, Jack, as they ring around this giant that you are in melee combat with. Meanwhile, to the east, the two remaining orcs are tied up with two knights of the Mithril Shield who wield their great axes with one hit, two hits, two natural 19s.
Nice. Good. Okay. Nice.
20s.
And both of them are murdered. So both knights kill their orc quarry and then
Nice.
turn tail and run
Excellent.
toward the giant that is attacking their captain. Orc turns. Guess what? There's no more orcs on the board.
Bye, orcs.
Bye, orcs.
Nice.
That makes this run a lot smoother, you know?
Jack, what do you do?
Jack bellows a joyous yop to Lathander and smashes his fists into this thing 2 more times.
Do it.
13?
That hits.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Nice.
Because I rolled a 4. So then I hit twice for 17 and 22. Smashing this thing with big crystalline fists with glowing radiant light from the inside.
Yeah. Blood blooms underneath the skin of this giant as you impose these terrible, internally bleeding injuries. Doran, what do you do?
Doran runs up behind the two dwarves that ran ahead of him, and he is going to attack basically this giant at his legs.
Cool. So the three of you form this united front against this giant.
The Giants United Front.
There are 3 giants remaining. No civilians have been killed. No knights have been killed. Captain Chaos Hammer is not doing well, but otherwise, it looks like you guys could win this thing.
Okay, so one hits with a 12.
No, misses.
The other one's a natural 20.
That's
Hey!
20.
Hey! Critical hit.
And max damage of 18.
Nice. Red, it's your turn. You are sidled up against this wall and you watch as your knight companions heed your call and they all swarm this giant beside you.
Don't give it a fucking quarter. And I'm going to cast Fairy Fire as a bonus action. Dexterity save 12.
It's a wisdom saving throw?
No, dexterity saving throw.
11.
Ah, nice. It is outlined in radiant red fire, and it just glows.
That's
Every
awesome.
attack on it has advantage. And then I am going to attack it twice.
Cool. Do it.
13.
Yep.
Nice. 27 damage.
Wow.
Nice.
Well done.
14.
Yep.
25 damage.
Great. Okay. It's Chaos Hammer's turn. He is not one to back down from a fight, and he shoulders his way past the dwarf that was trying to protect him from this giant.
Cool.
And he attacks with his warhammer in hand. He has advantage on these hits, correct?
Yes, everyone has advantage on these.
Excellent. He attacks 3 times. That's 18 to hit, which does.
Nice.
Deals 16 damage.
Yes.
That's 15 to hit.
Nice.
And with that hit, his hammer swings wide, knocks out the giant's knees, and as the giant tumbles to the ground, Chaos Hammer stands on his back and buries the hammer deep in the back of this giant's skull.
Yes!
And then, with his
Well done!
remaining movement, he moves around the back of his companions, intending fully to throw himself into the fray. There are 2 more giants on the battlefield, both towards the west. And Captain Chaos Hammer says, "Come on!"
This guy's awesome.
Yeah, despite the fact that he's at like 1/10 of his hit points.
Awesome.
Cool. It's the hill giant's turns. Jack, the one beside you, is going to continue swinging away with its great club.
Let's do it. I'm ready.
Do it, coward.
That's a natural 1.
Hey!
Oh.
Bummer.
Very sad about that.
I'm going to switch to my little Dragon Corp dice because they treat me well. I'm going to roll. Hey, that's pretty good. 24 to hit you.
A 24 will hit me, yep.
Mwah. Thank you, dice. And 19 bludgeoning damage.
Perfect. So
Make a constitution save.
I do. I rolled 18 plus 4 is 22.
You
Wow.
did
Good
great.
con.
Beautiful.
The other giant is going to attack you once, Doran, with his great club.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely hits you.
Oh, with a what?
You doubt me? With a 27.
Okay. I'd just like to know what he rolled.
Make me do the math. 23 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And then he's going to try to attack the knight that's to your south, the one that's right beside you up against him. Natural 20.
No!
It's out of range, too.
Okay, so 7, 15, that's 35 damage.
Damn.
Yeah, takes him down. He takes a knee and then stands up again with great effort. Kraloth, it's your turn.
Kraloth is going to defer until after the dwarves.
Okay. Kraloth, you stand ready to act as these dwarves make many attacks. A lot of them are just going to run, I think, right? Doot, dee, doot, 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 dee, doot. It's a dwarf running party. All the dwarves are running. They're doing their best.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Unfortunately, they do not have Red's abilities where they ignore cover, but the southernmost giant of the two is only being attacked by small creatures, or I guess medium creatures.
Yeah,
Yeah.
get it right. Okay.
Don't take that away from Doran.
We take those kind of comments personally.
So they pull out their crossbows and they start peppering the giant beside Doran with their bolts.
Insulting them.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Seasoning them.
6 of the dwarves fire crossbow bolts.
Nice.
Hey now.
4 of them hit of the 6.
Whoa! When did these guys become archers?
After they got bolstered by me!
Huh?
We want to be more like that cat thing.
Dealing 21 damage altogether.
Nice.
Not bad.
Nice.
Not bad.
Beautiful.
And the 2 dwarf knights that are attacking the giant that is beside Jack both attack with their great axes. I rolled 2 natural 2s.
Oh, no.
And the 2 that are beside Doran attack with their great axes. And those will both hit.
Hey!
Nice.
Maybe this one's
The
just
dice
easier to hit.
giveth, the dice taketh away. That's 7 damage for the first and 10 damage for the second.
Not bad.
Not bad at all.
All right. Kraloth, would you like to go?
Yeah, Kraloth is going to ready an action,
Mhm.
and he's going to ready Cure Wounds for Nurgril. And he's going to shout, Nurgril, you need some healing. Come to me.
He just nods at you.
And then in that case, I'll ready my Cure Wounds as a level 3.
Cool. Jack.
Jack continues to bellow out this angelic chorus, singing a song to Lathander in this horrible crystal voice, and slam into this giant with his big fists. Yeah. 35 from the first hit.
Nice.
Damage?
Damage. Sorry, it's 18 to hit.
Uh-huh.
And then I rolled 35.
Great. You kill him. You kill him with that
Nice.
first
Nice.
hit.
Oh, you know what? So then I wander south and punch the second one with my other fist.
I wander south.
Just stepping through the wreckage of the fireball that I'd cast that burned down this building. I take a step south with the second fist ready to go.
Yes.
21 to hit.
Yes.
29 damage from the second punch to the south one.
Yeah, as you move up on this giant that's been peppered with crossbow bolts and that Doran is just ready to swing his axe into, you wander over and just bludgeon it to death
Fuck yeah.
Nice.
with your big hairy fists.
Way to go, Jack.
Yeah!
And as the wild bloodlust of battle fades from everyone, your adrenaline surging in your ears, Kraloth, Captain Nurgle Chaos Hammer, comes to you bleeding, and he puts his hand on your arm, and he says,
You fought bravely. Now I'll take you up on that healing if you don't mind.
The battle is over, but the war is just begun. Thanks again to our wonderful Patreon supporters Christopher Ryan Evans, Mitchell Cadwell, Colin Burkhart, Daniel, Doug, Katie Orrit, and Merlin. See you soon!